Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack. So as you guys know or may not know, it's officially confirmed from the Overwatch Twitter that the anniversary event will be taking place on May 22nd, as we already kind of knew from the quote-unquote leaked trailer, which was the official trailer. That's all good, that's all grand, but with it just came a bunch more leaks that we could expect to see with the anniversary event. And I say leaks because this was actually not officially confirmed yet. So the things that we should expect for this up-and-coming event are going to be things like 8 legendary skins, 3 epic skins, the past brawls returning, which are going to be like Lucio Ball, Junkenstein's Revenge, Maze Yeti Hunt, or even the lore heavy things like from the Uprising event. But the thing I really wanted to focus on and what could be coming with the anniversary event is going to be competitive deathmatch, and how I really want to be the new permanent competitive playlist in Overwatch. Now first I want to say we're not talking about team deathmatch, because team deathmatch is completely different than deathmatch, because it's a 3v3 mode where every single round that you win, that hero is locked out. Yeah, that's team deathmatch. What deathmatch is what I'm going to be calling it for the rest of the video, which is a free-for-all mode. You, yourself, and you go into a game versus 7 other players, and the first one of 20 wins. And you can play any single hero that you want. You can play Mei, you can play Reinhardt, Tracer, McCree, Reaper, anybody that your little heart desires to try to win the game or just to have fun, you can play. And when this first dropped with the exclusive map Chateau Guial a couple months ago, it was a huge success. I was a big fan of FFA, but I don't play that often because I get more enjoyment from competitive. I know, surprise, right? I actually enjoy competitive, but I can see why people love free-for-all, and it's just because you don't have to worry about the team aspect of it. You and your own skill is the only thing in your getting in the way of you getting that win in FFA. And now with the anniversary event about to drop, now we might even see a competitive mode for free-for-all. And I've been saying, we just need something else added into Overwatch that still has that competitive vibe. Yeah, we have competitive Lucio Ball, and we have competitive Capture the Flag, and even Capture the Flag even had a moment where I thought it could have been a permanent game mode added into the regular competitive playlist, but it didn't get added. But now we have an opportunity that can not only just add another competitive playlist, but also just fix the regular playlist as a whole. Because I'm sure you guys fall in the same boat as me when I'm actually a little bit scared to go into competitive, because the way that is right now, it is so random for how the teammates work. You don't know if you're going to get someone who's going to throw on their team. You don't know if you're going to get a one trick on your team. You don't know if you're going to get people in the actual game chat. You don't know if you're going to get a balanced team that can meet the 2-2-2 team comp, 2 TPS, 2 tanks, and 2 healers. It's so random to the point where you're relying on your team, and yes, this is a team-based shooter, but that can be a scary thing. But what if I were to tell you there might be a permanent competitive playlist where you can still climb ranks, still grind out competitive, and still get competitive points based on your own skill and not your team skill? Well, my friends, that is going to be the quote-unquote new competitive free-for-all system that I want. Did that sound good? Did that sound like a good suggestion to have it added into competitive? If it did, continue watching the video. Competitive free-for-all is the one playlist we need permanently added into Overwatch. So many people love to blame their teammates for things, and it's rightfully so, because us as humans, whenever we do bad or whenever we do lose, naturally we like to find a reason why. And if we can pinpoint from the 5 other players on our team, maybe the healer wasn't healing enough, maybe we had a throwing Widow, maybe we had a terrible Mei. I'm not a terrible Mei, right? Whatever the case may be, we like to blame that on us losing rather than just us. However, if we have a competitive free-for-all mode, the only thing stopping you from getting the 20 kills is yourself. Well, some people might say, oh, well, but there's only some heroes that could be playing in free-for-all, and I can't play my Symmetra or whatnot. Okay, let me bring up another argument. So you're telling me you can't play Symmetra in FFA, but you can force people that are on your team to play with your Symmetra, play with your one-trick ways of playing Symmetra on attack. Huh, well, I mean, if you're really good at Symmetra, why can't you climb ranks in free-for-all with Symmetra? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I understand that there's a meta in free-for-all. Yes, you want to try to play the Tracers and the McCrees, and you really don't want to play like the Mercies, the Lucios, and the Reinhardt because they can't deal enough damage. But if you're really good with one single hero, let's be it like a Mei or a Symmetra or a Hanzo, a Widowmaker, your rank is gonna show your true skill with that single hero. Now, that's just my main argument, trying to argue with the one tricks out there that's saying, oh, competitive playlist is only gonna be catered to a few single heroes. But the other point I want to try to make of why we need competitive deathmatch permanently added into Overwatch is to bring all the people that are really good at regular competitive, but just blame their teammates for everything to the point where it's just making it not an enjoyable place, even if they are good. We've run into those players that are just carrying you. You know, whether it's a soldier, a Genji, or a tracer, but they're just bagging on you, hating on you, just blaming you for everything to the point where you don't even want to play anymore. Now that player can just go into regular competitive FFA and show his true skill and not ruin the experience for anybody else. So here is a pros and cons list of competitive deathmatch and it actually being a permanent game mode in Overwatch. Now the one tricks are able to play in their own little playlist and not really have to force anybody else to play with their one trick ways. Okay, that's number one. Now the toxic players aren't going to really be in the team-based competitive mode and can now show their true skills, show their true potential in their solo competitive mode. And the third and last pro that I can think of that would help literally everybody is that now you can grind competitive, gain competitive points, gain SR without having to worry about people throwing in your games, worrying about toxic players, people leaving your games. Just by simply adding the solo competitive mode would just fix so many problems that Overwatch is experiencing, because Overwatch is an amazing game. It's one of the greatest games I ever played, but the one thing I just don't like about it is just how it changes people, how it just makes so many people lash out and angry. That's not who they really are, but it's just the fact that they're so passionate about the game. Same thing with me, but just by simply having a solo mode where the only thing getting in the way of you in that win is your own skill, I guarantee you most of you would like that, because you would understand I can't get mad at anybody else. And if you get mad at the players that are in the game just by playing a single hero, that just means they're better than you. That just means they're going to be able to climb skill, and that just means you have to get better too. And if you say, oh, but I'm playing this hero and it's not built for FFA, trust me, if you're good at Overwatch and you're good with that hero, truly good, you will be able to climb. And on top of that, you wouldn't have anyone yelling at you for playing a certain way, because now it's your own little world. Now it's just your own skill getting in the way of you and that dub. And that is why we need this to be the next permanent, separate competitive playlist in Overwatch. This wouldn't be a mix of the regular competitive playlist, but this might even just fix the regular team competitive playlist, because now people aren't getting angry at teammates. They will appreciate their teammates and what they bring to the table. And that is why we need it in Overwatch permanently. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of competitive deathmatch, competitive FFA, whatever you call it. If you think it will be a great success, or if you think it will flop and just be a total fail. I want to hear it. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More watch videos to come, and bye.